Halloween has been my favorite holiday since long before I started brewing drag. So let me take you on the journey of this year and see where we will go. Boo! Welcome to the second Spooktober makeover of 2024. Today I'm putting myself to a super duper duper challenge because not only am I going to use some special effects makeup for the first time in a long time, this is also the first time in years that I am doing my makeup with not only without my prescription contacts in, but also with one contact that covers not only my iris but my pupil. So the reason I'm doing it like this with the contacts already in is that I always get very teary when I put contacts in. So if I do my makeup first, I get very dirty hands, and it will turn out a mess. So let's see what we can do to make it a little easier on me. Nice bloody color, but it is a good red wine. To calm the nerves and have some fun. Now, I am going for a very specific type of zombie look, for which it isn't actually necessary to go away my eyebrows, but I'm going to do it a little bit to protect my brows, because I'm going to work with liquid latex, and if I put that over my eyebrows, straight over my eyebrows, the chance that I will pull out all of the hairs is pretty big, so I don't want to risk that. Quick PSA, that is not the right way to protect your brows from liquid latex. As you see, I just taken off all the makeup, and I took whole chunks out of my eyebrows. Luckily my eyebrows are super bushy, but stuff like this you will definitely see. My eyebrows are super full and bushy, so it is not that big of a deal. But if you have less bushy eyebrows and you do something like this, you might lose your whole eyebrow entirely. So please don't do it like this. I did a lot of Halloween looks before I had my beard. So now when I try to reimagine older looks, I kind of have to rethink how to incorporate my beard. Luckily the zombie look is not a very specific one. I can go lots of ways with that. Now before I do anything, I will sculpt my face, and I use cotton wool, liquid latex for that. And then why I do that first is because when it dries, you can like paint over it, and then everything is the same color. It works a little bit better than if you do the painting before that. I want to drench it cotton wool in the liquid latex, but not too much. It gets a bit putty-like. You can put it literally on your face, put it there, and sculpt over that. So what I want to do is basically highlight my cheekbone. Have that stick out more, and then have it go down a little bit the side of my cheek. So there we go. I have to be careful not to get too close to my eye there. It goes almost up to the nose and then here to the side. I have used liquid latex in several looks to create different shaped noses, enormous mouths. Well, you've seen some of the looks in my intro. What I'm also going to do is, when I apply all the cotton wool afterwards, I will put the spotter that is safe, some I don't know how you call that, with some very sheer bandages over it, with liquid latex as well. Dab it on because it smooths out the edges somewhat. And then you see that I'm covering part of the brow and I'm going a little bit above it because I want that eye socket depth to be very prominent. Let's say liquid latex is an amazing product. You can do a lot of fun things with it, but always use it in a ventilated space and be very, very careful around your crevices. Also, after removing it, make sure to take really good care of your skin, because it does wreak havoc on your skin. Even though it is skin safe, it is not per se very skin friendly. The hardest part about these looks is that you have to wait so long in between to have everything dry properly. That's why they take several hours. Now it almost looks like a heart shape or a bow shape, which is pretty funny for me. Now I'm doing strips of bandages over some areas to smooth it out a little bit. Now the bandage I don't drench as severely as I do with cotton wool, because I want it to be wet but very stretchy and workable. So there's a lot of liquid latex going in my mutton chops. Worst case scenario, oops, and there's running some in my beard. Worst case scenario, I have to shave off my beard tomorrow. Now that will be something. Some people have been asking for that for a long time and I always say no. So to apply details, I use the cheapest cleaning sponges you can get. Funny thing is, around this time I was completely finished with my Beetlejuice look. Now I'm going for a, what you might say, simple zombie. I haven't even sculpted my face. Also, make sure that you don't drop any of this on your clothes because you won't get it out. I'm wearing merch from the Overnight channel. I don't know if any of you are into ghost hunting or watching ghost hunting. I am very much. I love it. I especially love the Overnight channel. Should do this without shortcuts, so without the cotton wool and everything, and you really build it layer by layer. You have to really think that you're busy for at least 6 hours building a proper structure and painting it. I use some shortcuts. Also, dab, don't smear, because you'll rip everything you just did loose. Honestly, I'm completely self-taught in this aspect. And I don't think I'm doing that bad of a job. Now, it looks really weird like this. I know. I'm going to have this sit for, say, about half an hour. And then in half an hour, I will come back to lay my base down. In the meantime, still plucking off rubbery residue. Anyway, I'll be back. Hi, welcome back. So, as you can see, it is getting less and less shiny, and on the edges are drying up translucent. So we are getting there, but it is quite some bit that I packed on, so it's not completely dry. So instead of doing the entire base first, we are going to cover the beard in white for starters, and when we're done with that, the structure has probably dried enough to go cover in white. So this is a new product for me. It is actually a mascara primer. I figured I could make my beard white-ish with it, which is working pretty decent. As far as I can tell with my lessened eyesight. I can also tell that it's not making it completely an early white, but that is completely fine. This is pretty decent. The edges of my mustache I can't do because they are completely covered with latex and very stuck, which is fine. Now let's see how dry this is. It is still soft, that is not a problem. The edges are dry over here, dry over here, still soft underneath, and that is logical because it is cotton wool. That is all non-sticky. We don't see any shininess anymore, so that is good. What we're going to do now is cover the whole shebang in clown whites. Not that we are going for a clown white complexion per se, but we use this as a base to blend in a myriad of colors to create that nice rotting effect. Now we let it sit for just a few minutes and then we brush it out. Not only get rid of all the powder, but we also brush it over the spaces that lay too deep now to hit with the puff. And now we're going in with colors. We're going to play around a bit. I'm not quite sure in advance yet where I want to go, so what I do know is that I don't want any sparkly things, so I'm taking my Matte Bright palette from Beauty Bay, which has a huge assortment of colors, and as you can see I use this one very often. I think to start off we are actually not going with the blacks and grays. We are going to use some blacks and grays, but later on. I want to start with a green around the eye. And as you can see, it looks like I'm putting it on all willy-nilly, and that's because I am. There's no reason for this to be neat. I just really need a darker color over there to make sure, like, hey, these eyes are in the back. And I am going to put over and in between that a lavender shade, because both purple and blue are also really good colors for a zombie look. Now, sort of cheeks for starters, we're going with the same color pattern. Now, to make completely sure that you can tell, like, this is really the deeper part, we're going to do the insides of the crevices with even a little darker. So I'm going in with a dark gray around the eyelids, or around the eyes actually, just above the lashes as well as below corners of the eyes. It doesn't have to be neat, but I do want it thick enough that it's very visible. I need to put on some beigey tones right next to the spots that should pop out. Because zombies used to be human. Now, to get further in the whole rotting flesh sphere, we're going to do lighter versions of the colors we have used in the depths, also on the sides of the highlighted area. is some lighter color that will definitely make the highlighted areas pop out some more. So it is a beigey yellow. It might even indicate a little bit of the boniness of it all. Now, as for the beard area, I will dab in some of the lighter colors we've used. The lips are going in a different color. We're going to do that a different method as well. We'll start with a brown. We'll create a vertical pattern, and then we'll choose a lighter color that we haven't used yet, but that does match somehow a little bit, somewhat, and that will be a very light turquoise. And I think color wise we just went completely bonkers, and I am completely in love with that. One of my favorite things is add unexpected detail. This is a plastic cockroach, which I'm going to cut in half, and both halves are going to come out of my face at some point. The head over here next to the nose, that would be nice, and then the rear, maybe over there. The rear over here, I think that would be nice. Yes, that's solid. This is also pretty solid. Okay. Well, now that's it for the makeup. But we are going for a complete look today. So I am going to put on some hair, put on an outfit. And boogie. So see you in a little bit. Now take your final looks. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you for watching. Any guesses as to what my look for next week will be? Please let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe not to miss anything. Happy Spooktober. Also, who said disco is dead?